Australia. I'm
Yeah.
in Melbourne, Australia. So I think I've been following your videos for some time now, at
Okay.
least couple of months.
All right.
So I had some videos from you. I watched your videos as well as I think once I had question and answer session with you.
All right.
So sort of got an. So I'm experiencing the hair loss. As you can see that it's significant hair thinning is happening in the crown area as well as in this section. So I've been experiencing this for past 1 year, and I've noticed that it's gradually increasing. So I thought before it gets to such a low level that I can't do hair transplant, I thought I'll get in touch with you. And I was really looking for the good practice. Because as you said in the video, there are a lot of people doing hair transplant these days. But then it's something which is irreversible, and I didn't want to go, like bargain too much into this, as long as, because it's a lifelong journey, to be honest with you. So I thought I've researched about you, and I thought I think I've come to the right place, and that's why I was contacting you. But the practical issue is I'm from Mumbai. I'm flying actually from Melbourne to Mumbai on 24th of November to bring my mother here. But so that will be short visit. So I was thinking that I will do consultation first, but the lady from your office told that you won't be in Mumbai during that time. So that's why I'm doing online consultation. So my plan is when I come to India again in January end, I intend to do the full treatment of the hair. So in Mumbai or Punjab, I really don't know at this stage, but I want to do that.
Mr. Ashwin, just to summarize, you're a 46-year-old Indian descent male who's in Australia and who has suddenly over the last 1 year had very rapid hair loss.
Yeah, I would say a couple of years, I'm pretty sure, because I think it's a gradual, as you probably would tell me better. But I've started noticing the lot of open areas for past 1 year now.
1 year, okay. And do you have any strong family history of baldness?
My father had a bit of a baldness, like not complete baldness. He had very thin hairs, but he was 84 anyway. So at the age of 84, he probably had 5% area of his hair was
Okay. So hair loss does become more advanced as the generations pass by because it is more evolutionary. And are you on any treatment? Have you been on treatment for hair loss before?
I tried this minoxidil. Someone was suggesting me shampoo. Someone was suggesting me minoxidil, and I tried that. So it did make. I tried that for 2 or 3 months, and it didn't make any much difference.
All right.
Minoxidil. So someone suggested me a shampoo. It's called a NAK brand, NAK.
All right, got it.
Here in Australia. So I did that shampooing. It still didn't make difference, and ultimately I went to the hair fibers. So when I'm going to the party or office, sometimes I put the hair fibers, natural hair fibers, and try to the volume of my hair.
Yeah, since you have a lot of hair which are still there, a hair fiber will do you a world of good because nobody will be able to make out because you still have hair. More than about 60% hair have fallen off, about 40% remain. The hairline is still intact, so you can do camouflage, but overall the top of the head, vertex crown, has balded. From top of the head it looks rather bare. So you will need about, say, because your problem is that you have extensive baldness, and then the donor area is not too lush because, as we have discussed before, there is some level of miniaturization, especially along the sides above the ears, and in the lower neck. You can see that where you should have hair, there is no hair. So it is going up. This is called retrograde alopecia or reverse balding. So in such cases, the amount of hair that we have to transfer to the recipient bald area is a little less. So seeing your pictures and your comb through video, and I have estimated that you have 3,000 grafts at the back for one session harvest. So we can take 3,000 from there, and then we will have to perforce take 1,500 grafts from the body, that is the upper neck and behind the jawline, only this area, not the face. So because we need 4,500 grafts minimum, because it's a huge area. It's like almost practically grade 6, starting from the front, just behind the hairline, just behind about 2 centimeters. It goes all the way back till the round crown area at the back. So 4,500 grafts will do you a world of good, and that is what we should aim at. 3,000 from the scalp and 1,500 from the beard. Mind you, this is just an estimate on online consultation. It could be that your graft requirement is less. Also, that we might be able to harvest lesser grafts, because whatever I'm telling you is an optimistic number of grafts. It can be less than this, but it will not be more than this, because that is the amount of grafts that we get from these two areas, given your peculiar circumstances and your individual needs. So that is, it will be one full day procedure, a mega session. You come in the clinic at 7 o'clock, and we'll finish by 4 o'clock. If you have certain dates in January, what we can do is we can plan our visit to Mumbai in such a way that it coincides with your trip to India, because we still haven't decided the January dates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll make that decision whether I can come to Chandigarh
Yeah.
and do it.
Otherwise, Chandigarh is perfectly fine. From Bombay, there are about 6 flights every day, probably 8, and the traveling time is just about 2 hours, 10 minutes. And we'll arrange here. Our driver will pick you up. Our driver will take you to the hotel and back till the time you're here with us. There'll be not a problem. You'll be well looked after.
So do you recommend treatment in Chandigarh would be better option in that case?
I would say that treatment for extensive baldness, mega session, is better done in Chandigarh.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you feel that way, because you are a subject matter expert in this area,
Yeah.
I'll go back you.
Fine.
So then I intend to do that in the Chandigarh.
Yeah,
area.
that'll be fine. And let us know. We'll plan your logistics and we'll arrange for your pickup and drop.
Now, what I wanted to also ask, if you've seen my beard growth is very good. In fact, the beard entire right from this area to up to here, it's very thick
Yeah, I know.
and also
I have,
very dense.
yeah, I have seen your pictures. That's why we are relying on beard grafts to give you a dense look.
Yeah. So even though if we remove this entire area,
Entire we
it's
don't
very,
remove.
thick.
Entire we don't remove, because then there's a problem. Then there is confluent scarring. We only have punches which have 1 or 2 hairs in between at the maximum.
How much time should I have for myself in India?
Yeah.
When I come in January.
So when you come here, you have to come to visit us one day before the procedure. You come around noon time, and driver will pick you up from the airport, from wherever you are, and we'll do a detailed consultation. We'll do your lab work, and then the driver will drop you back at your hotel. And the next day morning he'll be there with you at 6:30, so that you are in the clinic at 7, and we'll do the consultation again. The previous day's consultation has been done, and you've thought over the whole night about the hairline that we've advised, the course of action, the plan, and then in the morning we revise it. If there are any changes you want, we discuss it, and then the procedure starts around 7:30. So after the harvesting from the scalp is over, we give you a short break for breakfast. That is around 10 o'clock. And then after that, we harvest the beard. Beard harvest should be over by 11:30, and then I'll make the slits. After the slits are made, we will do the plantation. Once we do the plantation in the front, we'll give you lunch break, and then we go into the crown, and the complete plantation should be finished by 4 o'clock. Then you wait for some time in the clinic, and then the driver leaves you to your hotel. So the next day morning, you will come again at 9 or 10 for about an hour. We'll remove all the bandages and give you the instructions of care for the next 2 weeks specifically, and for the next 6 months as well. And after that, you can return home. You can book a flight to Bombay anytime after 12 o'clock in the daytime. So essentially 2 nights and 3 days you'll be in Chandigarh.
Okay, right. So once I go back to Mumbai, when can I fly back to Australia?
You can fly back to Australia 36 hours after your procedure. There is no problem, because our procedures don't have any swelling. There is no swelling of the face. That is where most people are afraid of. If swelling happens, it takes about 7 to 10 days for it to go away. So if swelling happens, you go only after 10 days. But in our case, we use such specialized instruments which do not puncture deep tissue, and the swelling is not there. It cannot be seen. Whatever swelling is there is on the top of the head. That goes away in 2 or 3 days time. Face looks perfectly normal, just like you are now.
Right. And then after coming here, when like it will be the head area will be completely bald, right? And
Yes,
there will
yes.
be scarring that
Yeah.
seen.
So for 2 weeks, you will feel a lot of dirty crusts on the top, and the back of the head heals much faster in 1 week, and the top will become clean in 2 weeks' time.
Okay.
After 2 weeks, you would go under the shower. And as far as the beard is concerned, the harvested area you can shave after 3 days. Beard heals very fast, it heals in 2 to 3 days.
Okay. So after 2 weeks, when you say that scarring will be over and it will look like a normal kind of a bald head, but it will be with the grafts inside.
Yeah, of course.
It will look for normal other person. It is going to look bald. Is it? So can I wear a cap? Or?
Yeah. So for 3 days to 5 days, we recommend a bandana, which we'll give you, a black colored bandana. After that, you can wear a loose fitting cotton cap.
Yeah. But that won't have any impact on the.
No.
Wearing caps.
No. Everybody wears it.
Okay. Okay. And I think you mentioned in one of your videos that it will start coming after 6 to 8.
6 to 9 months, you'll get the result. Yeah.
Okay.
The time period between 6 weeks to 4.5 months is like bare, like you are now. You look the same way, but after 4.5 months, it picks up speed till 6 months. 4.5 to 6 months is amazing transformation.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then my hair, which are not transplanted, it will still keep growing back.
Yeah, they will grow back at the pace of 1 inch a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about medications? Because I'm not sure whether those medications. I'm pretty sure, being advanced country, they have all medications.
Yeah,
but,
you medications you can take from India we'll get them arranged for you. You can take from India. We will give a supporting document for carrying the medicines with you.
Okay. And they won't have any issues with the customs?
No, never. We have so many people coming from Australia. Never a problem, as long as you have that letter with you.
What else I wanted to ask you? Anything that you want me to tell?
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll send you information of all the do's and don'ts before a procedure, and we'll send you a video which has everything in detail which a patient has ever asked before. So all the topics will be covered.
Yeah. No, from now on, like if till the procedure, is there anything that I have?
Yeah, I was thinking that you can start yourself on medication so that donor area improves, so that we can take more grafts on the back rather than the beard. So you can get total testosterone level done. You start tablet finasteride. I'll send you the dosage so that when you come, your donor area is much better and we can harvest more grafts. And those grafts are robust and resilient to withstand the relocation process. That will help a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
Couple of quick questions. Does semen wastage impacts the hair loss?
What happens? Sorry?
Semen, sexual activity.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
And
No, it doesn't.
it doesn't, because
No.
that it, like the Ayurveda says, it takes 100 drops of blood to make 1 drop of semen.
No,
And it can have impact on
just a myth.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything
No.
to do with.
No.
Okay. Okay. And the graft, once we have a graft, it's a permanent thing. It's not.
That's permanent.
It's not.
Yeah, that's permanent. And it's permanent. It may thin over time though, and your remaining areas may become more extensive if you're not taking medicines. But the hair are permanent. They might thin, but they're permanent. So to prevent them from thinning, you will have to be on some medications if they thin.
Yeah.
Okay, because
And
we are not.
medication-
Yeah, because we are not stopping the process of baldness, the balding process through hair transplant. We are only filling in the gaps. And we are using your hair. We have no control over the type of hair, how they will continue to respond to DHT over a period of years.
Yeah.
But with medicine, people don't have any problem.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, so whatever hair they have already, and then they transplant it with the medicines, it will try to be
Yes, exactly,
there.
exactly. Okay, now I have to go because I have that patient inside. I have to make the slits.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So would you be sending all the?
Yeah, we'll be sending you all the information just now, and we hope to see you in the near future. If you have any doubts, just send a voice message and I'll reply to you likewise. All right?
Okay. All right,
Okay.
no problem.
Bye-bye. Bye.